All right, let's get into some Tornado Outbreak. Tornado Outbreak was formerly known as Zephyr: Rise of the Elementals. This was an action video game from 2009 by Loose Cannon Studios and published by our friends from Konami. This was released for the PlayStation 3, the Wii, and the Xbox 360. In this game here, you'll take control of the Zephyr, which is a blue spiraling air elemental who must save the world by destroying it. Tornado Outbreak follows a group of Wind Warriors as led by Captain Nimbus. The Wind Warriors are a noble group of air elementals given the task of providing atmosphere on lifeless planets. Take control, as I said earlier, of a blue spiraling Wind Warrior named Zephyr, who has been selected by Nimbus to take over the reins of the squad of Wind Warriors. The Wind Warriors, along with Zephyr and Nimbus, uncover the antimatter being known as Omegaton, whose 6 orbs of power were taken away from him by his enemies, the flaming little buggers, known as the Fireflyers. In return for helping him regain his orbs of power, Omegaton provides the Wind Warriors with a lightweight object device shortened as Lodestar, which will protect them from the sun's deadly radiation. That's an interesting thing in this game too, is you want to stay out of the sun when you're whipping through as said tornado here. Tornado Outbreak features a variety of characters represented by the different elements. The primary cast featured American voice actors, with Mike Vaughn providing the voice for Zephyr. Actor and musician Lev Liberman voiced Nimbus, the Wind Warriors, and the Stone Stompers. Some of the elementals in here will be Zephyr, of course, the main protagonist and leader of the Wind Warriors. Initially described as an unlikely hero, Zephyr possesses the ability to transform into a destructive tornado that can level anything in his path. Nimbus, a former leader of the squadron of Wind Warriors, passing the torch onto his protege, Zephyr. Nimbus now serves as the wise second-in-command lieutenant, providing guidance and support. It's very, very nice of you, Nimbus. And then we have the Wind Warriors, a group of unnamed, fearless air elementals appointed with the task of creating atmosphere on lifeless planets. They stand behind their leaders, Zephyr and Nimbus, and are willing to assist them in any mission. Also, there are rock and water elementals, such as the Stone Stompers. These are rock elementals who were banished to Earth by Omegaton. They teach Zephyr the ability to Stone Stomp, a move that allows Zephyr to quickly destroy objects by pouncing on them. There are water whirls, described as calm and fragile creatures. The water whirls are female water elementals who teach Zephyr the ability to clash with the tornado, enhancing his controls over his formidable power. And then we have the Fireflyers, a group of mischievous fire elementals who invade Earth to play an endless game of hide and seek in which Zephyr, the protagonist, is required to collect and transport to the Lodestar. Omegaton is the main antagonist of the game. He's a powerful fire elemental who initially was outnumbered and weakened by his enemies, where he was banished into space and left to perish. However, upon being discovered by Zephyr, Nimbus, and the Wind Warriors, Omegaton used deceptive coercion to get them into retrieving his orbs of power. Tornado Outbreak's gameplay is often compared to that of Katamari, so if you're a fan of the Katamari series like I am, it's a great series where basically, just like in this game, you just kind of pretty much roll around and accumulate stuff. Here you're not so much, it's not clinging to you like in Katamari, but you can see the size of your tornado grow, and that's kind of like the same premise. And again, you'll assume the role of Zephyr, and you start out as a small tornado that obviously will grow by collecting objects. And then, of course, you're required to stay within the shaded area, which I talked about earlier, because the sun will destroy you. And then each level consists of sections or zones, and then, of course, you just need to complete those zones. And then there are boss fights in this as well. Now that that incredibly boring narration of this game is over with, thoughts on it are, I think it's pretty fun. This is obviously not the more graphically advanced version that you could get, given that there was a PS3 and Xbox 360 version. But I don't know. I played this one. I threw it on the Wii U, kind of maybe give it a little bump. But I don't. For graphics aside, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a really fun game. So I think it's fun. I think it's a good. If you're just looking for something to do, just pass some time. This is definitely one I would suggest. It does get a little repetitive at times, but I don't know. Again, these are the kind of games I don't mind. I just want to sit and kind of zone out. So it's a good zone out game. Also, too, in most of the videos that I like to post, I like to highlight affordable games as well. This one is definitely very affordable on the Wii. Pretty sure I got this one complete for about $12. I did see it as of the day of this video, so and not, it won't be for much longer, as we know the Xbox 360, the digital store, will be closing. But on the 360, it's currently $19.99 digitally. I have seen it new for the Xbox 360 and PS3 for anywhere from $20 to $32 roughly for a physical copy. Just depends on how savvy you are in shopping. I love getting these chickens and watching the feathers get blown off of them. They magically come back though.
Just went up in size. Keep that up, and that barn will be ours in no time. Now that you're large enough, you can bust up the fence and explore the rest of this area.
Thanks, Nimbus. So wise. Yeah, for the small amount of you that will watch this video, my Tuesday vids are usually, they're pretty much duds. But I don't know, I don't really want to do the research into figuring out why. So I'm just going to keep releasing whatever I want on Tuesday, but you'll have to let me know in the comments if you played this one, or you like it, or are you interested in it? Or are you from Oklahoma, Nebraska, or Texas like where I'm at? And you've seen enough real tornadoes that this does not appeal to you. Like, dude, I don't want to play this game, man. I've seen enough. All right, thanks everyone.